Hello and welcome back to the Bree Campaign. And in this episode we're going to be continuing on with our conquest of the south. So the Dunlendings are being a pain. There's quite a few of them there, but this army is moving south to fight them, which I have no complaints with. Chieftain Yagfak is still north of the river, and I'd like to keep him up here, to be honest. If we can kill him, that'll be a big win. Kalionak's got a fairly decent sized army in it, and it's being protected by some troops. I'm a little bit annoyed that there's an amount of them here. I'd rather they just pissed off. But Councilman Andy is moving south. And I almost want to take Londire as well. Like, let's go over the river with the spy. Let's have a look at what's over there at least. Yeah, it's quite a major army there. Like, I think we just need to take Zaduri and then hold on the river, because this is a big money maker, but you know, probably best not to poke the bear too much, so to speak. Yeah. So I'm going to build another tower there. And keep the building projects going. So recruit some more units. And I'm hoping it's quite a long time before I can get more units. That is a bit lame. You can get a lot of numbers out though. Just grabbing whatever units we can, to be honest. Where we can. And we can nearly grab some more there.
Yes, my lord. We shall engage. To battle. My lord.
Argonne still looks not very well defended. And I think once we've grabbed the extra units that we can get from here, I will move on. I want to grab a Great Hall in Bree to help the advancement of our cause.
My lord. Without question, stopping here.
Angmar really have pushed out. They seem fairly like they're pushing out fairly far. And I think, is Venice Drunane still... Yeah, I'm sure this is all owned by Enid Wife, isn't it? I imagine it's all Enid Wife owned. Let's... I don't know what's there, but...
Without question.
There we go. Bregnas. Trade rights. How about that? And we completed our mission. And we're given 100 gold coins. Wow.
Yes, my lord.
Amazing. Yes. He says, without any... Unironically. Oh, it's rubbish. And Barlaman's looking good. And I'm waiting for the Bree decision option to... And we can head for Rohan. Oh, okay, so... My lord, under your direction, the Council of Bree, together with Thane and Mayor of Mitchell Delving shall begin talks as to the fate of the free peoples of Eriador. With the slow pace of governance and famously stubborn Hobbit presence, I believe it will be a full year before our talks reach any form of conclusive decision. So I think that's going to say that we have to make a decision on whether or not we want to join anyone soon.
Yes, my lord. Without question. As you wish. Without question. Tomorrow's journey planned out.
And we're fairly close to Ered Luin, so let's...
My lord. As you wish. Without
Angmar have
question.
expanded as far as
Stopping
Barketta.
here. If only I...
Nish good. Bree's not earning anywhere near as much money. So let's grab that Great Hall like we wanted. And there's some of our first decent units. Watchman Bowguard, Watchman Axe Guard, and Watchman Sword Guard. Awesome. Yeah, we will create a new army with the decent units and move them south. And Andy
Your orders, my lord.
will make for Siduri.
We shall prevail.
Build 3 rams
Yes.
and then hold it there. So what are we dealing with? We're dealing with Enedwife Hunters, Angrim Raiders. These are all sort of crap units. Some clansmen. I mean, none of these are particularly good. The mercenaries are moderately threatening, but yeah, if we can get them to come out and fight us on the field, I don't think we'll have any problems. But there is another large army coming towards us as well,
Approaching quietly.
so gonna need to be slightly careful. And we've got the cav nearly ready as well.
Yes, my lord.
Just don't think we need hobbit fighters. Stick to the realms of men. 2 units of free upkeep there. They're still being built. We can't get any more units at the moment there. Let's build the Mason's Hall to try and get some cheaper costs. And then in Bregnos, can we train anything? Nope. We can get land clearance, so we'll get a land clearance. I think we'll call it a day there. Spies moving more towards Kalionnak. Or Kelioniak. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Ooh. That's a lot of troops. I mean, they're just going to swarm us. But if I retreat from this, I can probably take them on piecemeal. And they're only captains. And I've got my best general. Let's retreat from this.
To me, men.
Aha! So, they have fallen into the trap. Moot Keepers. Okay, they're decent. The clans of Enedwife do not have any formal or unified military. Most of their warriors are farmers, fishermen, hunters. The single exceptions to others are the Moot Warriors. Okay. River Swordsmen aren't that great. Okay, so that's where the general is, I assume. Or, no, the general's in the River Scouts. So they've got 2 units of cav, neither of which are particularly good. Infantry-wise, they've only got 4 units of infantry, plus those guys, 6, 7 units of infantry against our... Against our 7 and 6. Okay, let's save, and this is going to be probably the most important battle since the one where we took out Lord Tremac. And then we'll have to see if we've got enough forces to take on Siduri once this is done. So let's... They're saying the balance of power is slightly against us.
Muster your courage, men. We march into battle.
A tactic to what I did last time, where I used my cav to flank and cause routing of their skirmishers, which caused a general rout of the rest of their troops. We got a nice looking hill. That's a damn fine looking hill. So let's do a bit of hill camping. So, before you shall sit underneath this tree of wisdom, fear me and the tree of wisdom.
Stand and fight, men.
Okay. Then we'll grab these units here. Take all of them off skirmish mode. And then we're going to need to think about the best way to arrange them. So these 2 units are pretty much fully fresh. And they can really afford to be wasted if push comes to shove. Because archer militia aren't particularly good. Then we've got another unit of decent archer militia that have got better stats. Slightly better stats, he says. So that can be the second line, or the first line. Then we can have the hunters behind them. Yeah. Then I'm tempted to have these guys on a flank, because they can double up as infantry if needs be. Because their stats in melee aren't amazing, but they've got better defense than those guys. So I might leave them on a flank. Then I'll put the dwarves on the other flank, because again, their melee stats aren't actually that bad. And then what I might do is, I might leave all of the cav hidden up here. And I might include the lumbermen as well. That seems like a plan, so we'll have them in their own little grouping. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. He, as I say, will be under the tree of destiny. And then I'm going to have Andy on one flank. Oh, no, that was not what I wanted. We're going to have a row of our sort of finest troops to protect the flanks. So, Breeder Militia. Yeah, they've got their defensive position. In fact, let's have them in shield wall, because shield wall is decent. And then I'm going to have, as I say, Andy, I think, on this flank. You know what? Actually, we'll have Andy on this flank. So before we'll be leading the way. We're going to have all of these in one grouping. And then the flanking force in its own area. Well, the lumbermen, they're not that quick, are they? Nah, we'll stick with the plan. Okay, so they're going to have to make their way towards us. We need to keep an eye on our cav, so let's quickly keep a bit of an eye on our cavalry. Okay. We need to make sure that these guys remain hidden. So we need them to move past us. Okay, it seems like they have done. So from here, none of them are in range. And it seems to me like our troops are now ready. Start firing. Yeah, okay, so we've started the attack. Shoot the blobs, shoot the blobs, shoot the blobs. Shoot the blobs. And shoot the blobs. Come on, open fire. Yeah, they're gonna be in for a bad time. Right, we need to not break formation, for starters. These guys aren't particularly good, and the whole weight of these units is going to jump onto them in a minute. So, let's take all of our cavalry and spring lay trap momentarily. So we can move out the lumbermen. And then let's okay, that's got their attention. And the attention of those moot keepers. So killed 8% so far. So the battle is swinging in our favour, at least. Where did Andy go? Okay, Andy's formed up with these troops into a solid line. Those Greenway spearmen are still in a relatively good position. And let's move round this journeyman into this position here. Come on. The sooner that we can keep them out of the battle, the better, really. Those moot keepers will probably absolutely trounce them. But with archer support, maybe not. because they are dropping like flies from archer fire. And we got the downhill advantage. Straight into them. Right, let's have a look at the battle from up here. So, the river scouts, those clansmen, those swordsmen, none of them have engaged. Which is a bit of a shame. I was somewhat wanting them to actually engage in the battle. And in fact, let's snipe the general. Alright, we've lost a decent amount. So let's start putting on the fire. Let's wrap them around. These river scouts aren't particularly good cav, so they should break relatively quickly against our decent cav. That's my thinking. And as well as this, if we can get a charge going with these guys. Come on, merchants. Forwards! They're not particularly quick.
The enemy general flees like the coward he is. Press onward and break the spirit of his army.
No, let's then pull up the charge with these guys here. Okay, so unfortunately, while we've killed them, those moot keepers have proved to be a decent unit, which I sort of realised that when I saw them. And we need to get hammer and anvil going on the blob in a second. We're sort of a bit sandwiched.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Come on, you got to break. Pull them up. That big blob needs to be taken out. Come on, forwards. There we go. Come on, take him out. Slaughter. There we go.
The battle is very much in our favour. Victory will be ours.
Right.
The battle is very much in our favour. Victory will be ours.
So there's not many of them left.
The enemy army flees the field. Pursue and run them down.
Right, let's continue and take them out wholesale. Handy lost a lot of troops again. He's getting known for doing that. Nope. Managed to run down most of the troops. No, those river swordsmen ended up being a little bit of a pain in the arse. And the dwarves are going to move to engage them. Come on, dwarves. Come on, we need to kill those axemen. Killed 95%, so this army should, in theory, he says. Not thinking it's going to happen. Melt away. The Cav has absolutely massacred them. That's it. That's the end of the Enedwythian menace. Or at least, this battle is.
Enough for everybody. Come together, my friends. Wait your command.
That's it. Go on, after him. Come on.
We are called to war.
Oh, honestly, he's going to escape. Look at him. Look at him run.
The enemy are utterly vanquished. This is a great victory.
Only 125 left. So we healed a few. Not many, but a couple. Did we heal any cav? And how many kills did everyone get? So, prisoners caught, Greenwood Riders, absolutely loads, but casualties inflicted, 103 for the bodyguards. Riders getting quite a few, the merchant cavalry getting quite a few. The woodland hunters doing well, across the board. Yeah, they're doing very well. We sacked their camp after that. Don't want him. Enemy Andy is routed in front of us. We've managed to recruit these units. And war has been declared. So, they're building some decent forces. Saduri now is packed full of troops. You know, it's ridiculous.
Your orders, my lord.
And I'm feeling it's packed because it's got what's left of the troops that ruined them last turn. You know, so we've got a lot of archers. Got some cav. Let's just recruit these. Nice. Well, thank you very much for watching, if indeed you have. On to the next episode, we will go and take Kelionak, hopefully, and also Siduri. And then we will make a move on Argond. So we'll have the whole north bank of the river under our control. But that was a good victory, and thanks again for watching. Bye bye.